All right, Scott Rutter with the Goosehead Guys out here with Nicole Crow, Nikki Crow, that is, with the Home Inspector team.
Yes. Hi,
Best
guys.
inspection company in the U.S.
Oh, thank you.
And today we're out here to talk about gutters.
Gutters and water. Yuck. Well, what we're doing is standing out here, as you guys might be wondering, like, why are they standing there? Here's why. So this is a home where, if we look right here, the gutter is actually touching the siding. That is something that we want to be cautious of. And Scott, I know you're about to ask me, why do you want to be cautious about that?
That's right, exactly.
So the reason that you want to be cautious about that is if, your gutters, the main reason of them is to have water going through and away from your home, right? Because water sitting on your home, water creeping underneath any type of hard surface.
It's not sudden. Yeah, it's not sudden and accidental.
Oh,
right?
That phrase, sudden and accidental. Yes. So in this home in particular, the gutters were actually not cleaned out, so they were completely full. They were actually so full that the water was falling over them instead of following the nice little gutter path. So the water came down here, and like, for example, right here, I can almost put our finger through the siding. And as I come down, there's a lot of other soft spots that are right here on the siding. And then, Scott, you pointed this one out, but we can actually pretty much put our finger through the wood frame there. So why do we care about that type of stuff?
That would not be covered.
Yeah, we care about that stuff because that water is going to get behind our siding, which means we're going to have to replace our siding. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't have $10K just sitting around to replace our siding.
Not that we want to spend on that anyway, right?
No,
yeah.
And I think $10K is probably lowballing it for siding. So we just definitely want to make sure that we're following the water path and we're coming out when it's raining. We're making sure that we are just aware of things like that. And as a homeowner, just taking 10-15 minutes after every single rain and making sure that you're following your line of path for the water. Line of path of water, does that make sense? Like,
I gotcha.
It's definitely going to potentially save you thousands of dollars.
Agreed.
Yeah. The other thing, since we're talking about gutter, can I mention one more thing?
Please, absolutely.
Awesome. Because who doesn't love to talk about gutters? Like, that's a really fun, sexy subject, right?
Yeah, especially when your last name rhymes with it. Rudder, gutter, butter.
It took me a good couple of seconds to get there. I'm thinking gutter, mind in the gutter, rudder. Check. So, one of the things that our home inspector tends to point out is where your gutter is actually flowing the water close to walkways. So if you have a gutter and a runoff spout that is pointing directly onto your sidewalk, a lot of people go, oh, that's not a big deal. Not a huge deal, but what happens when it's cold outside? We had some rain. It's supposed to freeze that night.
Somebody
and now,
slips and falls.
Yep. You've got water standing on your sidewalk. You're rushing with the kiddos out to the car because you're running late for work. You've got friends over who've maybe had a drink, maybe not had a drink, but they're going out to their car, and now you've got these big icy splotches that could be easily prevented if we just turn the gutter spout.
Yes, absolutely. And the only thing I'll add too is, again, I know I clean my gutters, twice a year. Whether you do it yourself, whether you, hire a professional, but gutters should definitely be cleaned throughout the year.
They absolutely should, because not only do they allow water to flow away from your house, the weight of the gutter, if it's too heavy, you're actually putting pressure and weight on your soffits. And I may not have said the right word. I'm not a construction person, but they're actually putting weight on the boards that are underneath that, and they can actually cause damage to those boards as well. So that's another thing, again, you want to be aware of when it comes to gutters. Who knew there were so many things to deal with gutters?
Man, I didn't know we were going to have so much fun talking about gutters today.
I know. Gutters, rudders. Should that be your new slogan?
I don't know.
Don't be in the gutter, go with Scott Rutter.
I like that. So, well, Nikki, always a pleasure to be with you. Yes. Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah. We had a great time. Thanks.
Awesome.